TheOAMNetwork.com. Power to the podcast.
Dear Millennials, the Lit Ass Podcast.
Litty. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first very live episode. Shout out to all of you tuning in on Facebook Live. We see you. Make sure you search Dear Millennials on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram at Dear Millennials. Shout out to over 700 active followers, y'all.
Thank you, followers.
And it's growing and growing and growing. Follow us on Twitter at The Millennials Pod. Search us on YouTube. Subscribe, y'all. Dear Millennials Podcast. And Dear Millennials is on all platforms such as Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify. If you have any booking, sponsorship, donations, or any other inquiries, make sure you email us dearmillennialspodcast@gmail.com. Thank you to all of you that have been purchasing shirts. Oh man, we got a lot more shipping to do. I think we got like 50 shirts to ship off after the show. Wow. So with that being said, it's your boy Top Rank Marvin Frank, singer, songwriter, educator, student to the game, homie, lover, friend. Y'all, R. Kelly can't read, but he's still writing hits. All right, anyway, what it do, McLovin? What's up?
Southern stand up, it's your boy, McLovin. Got these chicks straight out the oven. Educator, motivated, dark skin, drinking hand, teacher, preacher, got you down laughing, calling me the Grim Reaper.
It's your girl, Mary Jane, Georgia raised, Memphis paid, book club creator, the woman storyteller, and your favorite around the way girl.
And y'all already know who it is. It's your girl, OPP, a.k.a. South Memphis Queen, also known as the Memphis Finest.
Yeah, okay.
And together, ladies and gentlemen, we are Dear Millennials, the Lit Ass Podcast. Welcome to episode 11.
11.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first Lit Ass live show, the Litty Committee is dedicating episode 11 to cheaters. Do you know cheaters?
Are you a cheater?
Have you ever been cheated on? If so, you're absolutely going to love this episode, y'all. We going in today. But we are here, Memphis, Tennessee, OAM Network. Shout out to my boy, Gil. What's up, Gil? And without further ado, let's go ahead with the 10 DM commandments thing you need to live by in 2019.
All right, but while we get in, we always started off traditionally with thou shalt not
Support Trump. Hell no.
Out. Yes.
No.
We don't support this nigga.
Next up, commandment number 2, thou shalt wake up every day with an intended purpose.
Yeah, man. Everybody is moving on, y'all. 2019 has been crazy. John Singleton, Nipsey Hussle. So just like all, people who have made such a great impact at a young age are moving on. So man, wake up and go get it with purpose, intention.
Right.
All right, commandment number 3, thou shalt secure the bag together. Russell Wilson and Sierra, they partnered up and of course they married, but they also partnered up and made a production company.
Yeah. Okay.
Be like the Carters and the
Bagos.
Yeah. Okay. So, commandment number 4, thou shalt stop blaming everybody else but yourself for your own motherfucking shortcomings.
Ooh.
You okay?
Thank you.
That's
Thank
what the script
you.
said.
Thank you. So this week, you guys, I've just been running into people that's just blaming everybody else but themselves for their own shortcomings. And I'm like, we're millennials. I know we ain't got to have it all the way together, but we got to have it somewhat together. So stop trying to blame everybody for what went wrong and start looking at yourself and making shit happen and make shit right. So stop blaming everybody else for your shortcomings because you are the common denominator for your own outcome. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Moving on to commandment number 5. Thou shalt support prison reform.
Yo, it's crazy, man. I know y'all been seeing in the news, Soulja Boy having to serve 240 days probation violation. So it's just a reminder, man, that prison reform needs to be happening. Thank you to all the legislators that are, and I don't even know Soulja Boy's situation, but the point that I'm making, when you think about Meek Mill, right, you think about somebody having to be penalized for nearly 10 plus years for things they were doing when they were a teenager, man. So, yeah, man, let's keep fighting for legislation that supports prison reform and justice.
All right, commandment number 6. Thou shalt not, me and you, your cousin and your twin sister too.
The whole internet.
This commandment comes from this guy on Instagram boasting about getting twin sisters pregnant at the same damn time.
Yo, that is hilarious to me.
It's sad as hell.
It is, and it's hilarious. Damn, like I feel bad for the kids, bro. They're gonna grow up as brothers and cousins.
Siblings.
Damn near
We don't know the
twins
gender.
too.
Oh, okay.
Twins
Yeah.
too, because the mothers were already pretty much identical, and then the dad, like, come on,
Damn.
what they gonna look like?
So they call
What they
them.
gonna look like?
So they call them hood twins. Hood twins are kids who were born in the same year by the same parent. So yeah, so hood twins, siblings, cousins. This is
He deserves player of the other year, though. Huh?
Why?
Give me some.
That's
Give me some. Give me some. Absolutely.
That's sad that we have to give out that award.
And the players award go to this nigga.
That's sad. All right, moving on to commandment number 7. Thou shalt put yourself on.
Yeah, put yourself on. Yo, there's a lot of talk about, somebody put me on and this and that. So there's like always controversy with people feeling like people aren't giving them opportunities, man. And yeah, I just feel like we're living in an age where you have to put yourself on. Shout out to one of my mentors, man, Marcus Malone. He made a post just talking about, if you allow somebody to put you on, that means they have that same power to take away whatever opportunity that they gave you. So, with that being said, man, put yourself on. Next.
Talking about putting yourself on, man. Thou shalt never switch up on your boys. Thou shalt never switch up on your boy. What we mean by that commandment? We got Young Buck and his 50 Cent beef. 50 Cent came at his neck, talking about, Young Buck worked hard on this album. Shout out to him and his transsexual girlfriend.
Oh.
And rumors.
What's wrong with that?
Rumors have it that Young Buck dates a transsexual. He's denying all accounts. So who knows? But they G-Unit, man. You can't put your boy down, man. G-Unit.
Interesting.
I teach you how to stunt. Great impersonation, right?
All right, commandment number 9. Thou shalt hate Jody. I hate you, Jody.
I hate you too, Yvette.
R.I.P. to John Singleton. Thank you
Yes.
so much for everything that you have done to the Black community in filmmaking. We really appreciate you and telling our stories.
Commandment number 10, which is my favorite out of the 10. Thou shalt never let the sun set on your burning passion. Man, for those people who watch Game of Thrones, shout out to my girl Arya Starks, man. She came in as a little girl, man. She always wanted to be a knight, always wanted to be a warrior. Her dad told her she couldn't do that. She needed to be a queen. She needed to marry somebody. And then that did not deter her. She went through all these type of these obstacles in life. And guess what? The motherfucker that came and killed the goddamn Night King. I know these folks don't know, but y'all know.
Is that the one that's been on all the memes?
I don't
Her
even
face
know
has
what
been
you're
like passing
talking
on me.
about.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
So shout out to
I'll
Arya
catch
Stark.
up one day.
Yeah, y'all need to. We on
gotta have a
season.
band,
We on season 8. Y'all need to catch up. So shout out to all the Game of Thrones listeners out there.
And ladies and-
watch us.
Yes, Doc. And ladies and gentlemen, that was the DM 10 Commandments. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, episode 11, cheaters. All right, a little later we're gonna be opening up the phone lines. We want you to answer the question: who cheats better, men or women? You're gonna be calling 901-457-4677. We would love to know your thoughts and have a little discourse. All right, yo, now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the quickie segment. Quick rundown of some unusual events happening today. So, with that being said, can we get a real sexy?
Make love and get that lotion.
Oh, always got something to say.
He does. He does. Okay, you guys, for this week, quickies, I only have 2, but I'm going to keep it brief. So Nipsey Hussle's sister has been reportedly denied guardianship of his daughter. So earlier this week, Samantha Smith sent out a petition to the judge to become the legal guardian of Nipsey Hussle's daughter to ensure that she is kept in the family and with close ties and bonds to the family and things like that since Nipsey Hussle's passing. So what do we think about that this week?
I'm wondering, all right, so if not the sister, who will then take her? Because I can only imagine, and even considering like Nipsey and Hussle's relationship, they're both celebrities, they're both working, artists, and rest in peace, Nip. So I'm just curious. I'm sure that the children, both of their children were probably, did she have children outside of Nipsey Hussle?
Yes.
Okay. So, I'm sure the children are already probably being taken care of, or by others. I'm sure other people are definitely, it's definitely a village helping raise a kid. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know all the details, but that's interesting though. That she was denied. So I wonder why.
I wonder why she was denied as well.
It's crazy because she like Marvin said, she does have kids, but when Nipsey was on tour and stuff like that, that's who. That's who used to take care of her.
Who, the sister or Lauren?
The sister.
Oh, okay.
So I think, but I also feel some type of way because I feel like if Nipsey and Lauren were that tight, with definitely that couple, then I mean, why can't Lauren keep her? You know what I'm saying? So, that's none of my business, though. So,
I think about stability, though, and consistency. I mean, Lauren is still working, and now at this point, she probably has to work even more.
And that's what nannies are for.
Yeah, it is. But also, what about the mom? Has anybody
Listen,
forgot about the mom?
I've been reading in the comments on this post, and apparently the mom is like out and about doing her,
sneaking and geeking
thing. So that I think is a strong reason why. I don't know much about the family, but I tried to dig into the comments and see what people are like speculating, and that's
because everybody has just completely bypassed the mom.
No, ain't nobody bypassed the mom. People are definitely talking about the mama.
Okay, I was just like, okay, so they're going with the back and forth, but no one has spoke about the mom. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please go in on Ariel Payne. She said Oprah looking like Viola Davis. Go in on your sister.
Which one? Oh,
Ariel. Is that Ariel or Ariel?
That's Ariel. That's Nate. That you know what? Boy, you got a girl name, so sit down.
Oh, that's Nate.
Go ahead, put that. Say you got a girl name, so right.
Viola is fine, young Nate.
See, if I said that to my brother, I would have had some words from my mama.
Viola is my boo, so it's all right to be looking like her.
Right. Thank you. Anyways, for this exactly. So for this second quickie we have this week also happened here in Memphis. A man by the name of Marcus Brooks, who was in a wheelchair, was shot, and they cannot find the killer and or shooter who shot the guy. They believe it's related to gang violence. So you guys, if you see something, at least say something, because I feel like, he was in South Memphis. I'm from South Memphis. So you guys, you don't do the whole snitches get stitches, but this was just completely wrong. The guy was in a wheelchair, and so it's related to gang violence. So we don't know if he was in a gang or not, but he was shot and killed. My biggest thing is, you guys shooting folks in wheelchairs now? Come on, Memphis.
First of all,
South Memphis is that.
Let's just move past the entire gang violence idea completely. But everybody not gonna get that message.
So how we feel about that this week, y'all?
So a man in a wheelchair was shot and it was over a beef?
Yes.
Man.
So alleged beef. They don't know yet.
I don't know, man. It's kind of like if you in the streets, man, if you got beef, you got beef. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just saying,
So you beefing with a guy in a wheelchair?
No, I think that's whack altogether.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he already has a disability. So but is there?
That's like robbing an old lady with a walker.
No, I agree. It's messed up. I don't, That's really messed up, man.
It is.
And
It is.
I want to know more details on that
That's
too.
Yeah, so the story is evolving, so I will keep you guys updated on that. So that's all I have for this week's Quickie.
Question: do you know if the man in the wheelchair was affiliated with the gang?
No, they don't
Okay.
say anything about that.
Okay, no,
Because
okay.
you know that is possible.
Yeah, that's why.
That's possible,
Yeah.
but they don't say that either. So that wasn't everything is just one big mystery.
Okay.
I didn't mean to sound like a jerk, people. I just that's like a question I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, OPP. That was our quickie segment. Now moving on. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget. All right, we are taking call-ins a little later in the show. Can somebody run that number for me? I don't have mine.
It is 901-457-4677. I feel like Mike Jones for it.
I feel like I was.
901-457-4677.
Hey.
Mike
Millie
Jones.
Who cheats better, ladies and
Hey.
gentlemen, men or women? Make sure you stay tuned so you can call in. All right, y'all. Now it is time for Hood Code with McLovin.
Hey,
Hey.
how are you?
Hello, Mike.
D Millies, y'all are here with McLovin for the Hood Code for the first time live. Grab your Hood Bibles and turn with me to Black Folklore's 32 and 1.
Is this a Game
Black
of Thrones type of thing?
folklores.
When you have
Folklore.
it, say, yeah, my nigga.
Yeah, my nigga.
Yeah, my
Yeah, my
nigga.
nigga. Sorry, a little delayed.
And it reads, thou ain't hood if the black church does not have the following. At least 3 kids crying or forgetting their Easter speech. Old ass deacons flirting with the girls from the youth choir.
Oh my gosh.
And Nike flip-flops worn by the cousins who didn't know that grandma was going to wake their ass up and take them to church with her in the morning.
McLovin, you forgot 2 things.
What are those 2 things?
You forgot the grandma in the crowd going, "It's okay, baby."
Or when the parent try to whisper the speech.
You got it, baby.
And what's the other one?
And then the other one is the strong smell. The strong
What,
church
from the deep?
smell in the entire church.
And there's one more that I forgot. You got to have someone by the name of Mother Johnson in the church.
Mother Johnson.
You ain't got.
Yeah, you gotta have Mother Johnson. You gotta have Mama Johnson.
You got to have a Mother Johnson. Thank y'all for listening to Hood Coast by yours truly, McLovin.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Hood Coast. Things to abide by in the streets. Can we get a fact check for that, please?
And those are the facts.
Thank you.
Shout out to Bryson Wilson from Sugarland, Texas, and those are the facts.
Sugarland, Texas.
Man, Sugarland, Texas going to have a lot of visitors because you
Hey.
just shout out this dude out there.
That's my boy, man. That's my guy, man.
I thought I was your boy.
You
What?
are my boy,
no,
man.
You,
But that's my guy,
you
man.
can't have more than one.
McLovin, man. You come on, man. You my guy. All right, yo. So now it's time for Living Single with Mary Jane, ladies and gentlemen. And we're living. Oh,
Single.
Guess what? Uh-huh.
ooh.
The 90s kind of.
Come on.
All right.
I got my girl.
Put your hand up. What? Put your hand up.
So, for today's living single topic, I want to address something that women. I'm starting to notice that a lot of women are just starting to have this mindset. Mindset. Excuse me. Women are evolving in their independence, and we're achieving milestones right now without our male counterparts. And I say this so to speak about, I'm seeing a lot of women who are out there owning homes, you know, purchasing homes. I have a line sister who just purchased her first home. I also follow this other young lady on her timeline who mentioned purchasing her first home, and she said something to the point where it's like, ladies, it's okay making these financial decisions without men. And it kind of struck me because, like, I've had the idea of getting my first home by 2021. And, like, I never imagined doing this without a significant other until she mentioned that. So it was like, wow, like, I really did say that I was going to get my first house with my significant other. So it's kind of interesting to me to see that a lot of us are out here, like, moving on because we are not in the same state that we were with our grandmothers or our grandparents and our mothers, where they were achieving these milestones together. Women are out here doing this on their own now. So it's kind of making me think, like, what's next? You know, Being Mary Jane TV show, the series finale last week, she basically had to conceive a baby by way of a sperm donor. And so it made me think, like, what's next? Are women really about to start just conceiving kids because we are not making those relationship connections that we were able to do in the past? What y'all think about that? Like, women are really out here getting homes by themselves. And to me, it's like, it's not a big deal, but it makes me think, what's the next step for women and their independence without a significant other?
I'm not mad at it at all. And I'll say why. I believe that it's a beautiful thing because from what I understand, when you do get married, right, anything that you attain while with that person is not necessarily yours. However, if you have your house before you're married, you're entitled to it. That's you.
Yeah.
You know, so for that reason, and we're living in an age where, I mean, divorce rates are high. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you know, even with our generation, it was high as we were younger. You know what I'm saying? People were divorced. So, you know, I'm not mad at it for reasons of personal security. And so that's why I love it. And I think that's less kind of fighting or combating the stereotype that the man should be the provider or the man should provide this, that, and the third. So, you know, I think if we're fighting for equity and we're talking gender equity specifically, I don't see the problem.
I think this reminds me of our conversation about gender roles.
Yes.
I need my man to provide. I don't need you to provide, but I want you to hold that position because I feel like you all pride yourself on being able to provide. Let's get that straight.
Okay.
So if I give you that space, it's gonna make you feel good.
So you do,
let's not forget.
So you do believe in traditional gender roles?
I said that didn't I say that in that episode?
No, you did not.
Yes, she did.
I did say that. I said I want my man to provide for the house, and I'm gonna be home working as well, though. Cooking, cleaning, making sure our kids are ready for bed. Like, I'm doing all of that, and I want you to feel that manly position as well. I don't want to take that from you.
Okay.
So for me, I just feel like they're moving forward with their life.
Yeah.
So
we have no other choice.
Exactly.
Too.
So are we going to wait forever to buy our dream home? Are you going to wait forever to have the child? It's everybody has an expiration date at the bottom of their foot, whether they want to admit it or not. And if that's your dream to have that dream house, get that dream house. If that's your dream to have a child, go ahead to the sperm bank and have that child. Especially because you have to think about it. We are going to have, when we do start having children, they'll be all late babies, meaning we'll be raising kids well into our 60s.
Well, McLovin has a baby.
Well, he'll still be raising children well into our 60s.
That nigga ain't no baby. He is a grown...
We love Dale.
He is a grown man. that ain't no baby.
My kids ain't coming anytime soon.
Exactly. Mine ain't either. So how much longer am I going to wait to buy the house that I want?
I'm not waiting until I got to struggle.
Thank you.
So,
I mean,
no, if I come up on some money, I'm about to buy my house. I'm not going to sit here and flash. I am going to move forward.
Yep.
And if I so meet the man of my dreams, he can add on to it. We can build on to my house. Or we can sell my house, which I probably won't.
Yeah.
And then we can buy a house together.
So,
but for me, just waiting for you to buy a house, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. And it made me think, like, this entire situation made me think about this because I started writing my plans to owning a home by 2021.
Right.
And then when I saw that post, I was like, wait, back when you were a kid, this is how you were writing your plans. But now times are changing, and I cannot expect to be in a relationship by 2020, by the end of 2019. So I'm moving on without you, whoever you are.
I feel that. And two, I think we may not also be acknowledging that, you know, and I know OPP, your circumstance was a little different, but I think especially millennials, we grew up seeing women working. So even, with the state of there being so many single mothers, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's too surprising.
It's not.
We've witnessed women grinding. We've witnessed women having their own, creating, you know what I'm saying? And creating their own opportunities and things of that nature. So yeah, I mean, I think that's more of an example that we've seen coming up. But yeah.
Very true.
Well, I definitely want to applaud the women for definitely, taking that step.
Yes, lady.
One time for the one time.
Who runs the world?
Girls. Who runs the world?
Girls. Who runs this mother?
Shout out to Beyonce for the homecoming Netflix special.
I got new opinions on that, but
I was gonna say,
so let me tell
somebody
you.
brought it to my attention in a different aspect, so now I am.
So yeah,
like,
and I was about to say that
we'll
too.
get into that to
but
another
but I
show.
still wanted to give a shout out just for But other than that, because I just feel like sex appeal and all that stuff. Never mind. Okay.
Mary Jane, thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Much anticipated segment of the show, Living Single. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now it is time for what you all have been waiting for. We will be opening those phone lines soon for you to answer the question, who cheats better, men or women? So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 11, dedicated to cheaters. With your cheating ass.
With your cheating ass.
Dear Millennials, the Cheating Ass Podcast.
No.
All you cheaters out there,
I'm just kidding.
right?
Marvin Frank.
Don't speak for me.
Bro, I've never cheated before. Don't even try to set me up. Don't even do it.
I shouldn't cheat it.
All right, y'all. So the question that we want you to consider at home: do you know cheaters? Have you ever been cheated on before? Hell, are you a cheater? You probably, how when you're guilty, your heart skips a beat or your throat gets real
Dry.
Is that what happens with y'all?
Oh, Mary Jane.
Hold up, wait. All right, y'all.
Hold up, wait.
So, with that being said, y'all, all right, first, let's define, all right, what is considered cheating? So, a very reliable source, ladies and gentlemen, according to UrbanDictionary.com, all right, someone who is in a committed relationship and breaks the trust of his or her partner by getting physically or emotionally involved with another person. Common forms of cheating include kissing, filling each other up. Look, we used to call that juicing. If you were feeling on somebody, we used to call that juicing.
Wait, stop. Go back. Go back to the beginning. Stop. Common forms of cheating includes what?
Kissing. So if you're doing this to somebody other than your significant other.
Make the noise.
Okay.
So look, filling each other up, vaginal, anal, oral sex, or any other contact that involves the lips, hands, and genitals. Hold on, y'all. There's also emotional cheating, which involves forming a close bond with someone of your preferred gender and basically forming a second relationship. This may or may not include physical cheating. So what do y'all think?
That's the believe it or not, that's the worst one.
What?
Fuck the physical cheating, the emotional cheating.
Well, you all only say that as security to make men only say that
Go
as
ahead,
a security
take it,
to make
Mary Jane.
yourself feel
Take it.
safe for all the cheating ass shit that y'all do.
Here go Mary
Well,
Jane.
let me say this first.
Here we
Let
go.
me say this first. All right. I like to listen to my friends' problems. So I'm definitely always coming from the perspective of somebody who has listened to cheating stories. So anything that I say, it is not from the perspective of having cheated on someone.
Oh, go ahead and put that disclaimer in.
Go ahead and put the disclaimer in.
So, all right, if that is considered cheating and let's say we agree with it, are there differences in cheating specifically for single and married folks? So, can you cheat?
Single?
Yeah.
What?
Okay,
what
not
type
single.
of single?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
Single meaning like you're not married.
Married.
Not
But
married folks.
you're committed.
In a monogamous.
So it says right here, someone who is in a committed relationship. It didn't ask your marital status.
I think that's relative. What is commitment?
Whatever.
No. So what did it say? What did it say? For the Urban Dictionary, it says someone who is in a committed relationship.
if I'm committed to you
if
being...
we're going to use this description, it did not ask marital status. Did it not?
So are you saying that you can't cheat if you're not married?
It said, because we're going.
It says committed.
Oh, so you can. So you can. Okay.
Committed
Okay. So you can.
relationship.
And
So
And also, side note, somebody says that you pimping with that pinky ring.
Come on.
Lips
Come on.
are lit.
Come on, baby. Who said that?
Jayla Sims.
What's up, Jayla? Somebody recognizes pimping going on, man. I'm just kidding. Ain't no pimping.
Hey, can I have that though?
Just a little sip. I'm just kidding.
All right, let's move it on.
So are there, what you think?
Based off of the dictionary,
No, we want to know, what do you think?
Hex, yeah, if you have addressed yourself as committed to this person, if you step outside of the commitment, it's cheating. Point blank, period.
Even emotionally. So, okay, but what does this look like when you say it's cheating? What does being in a committed relationship, what does that look like if I'm not married?
So, okay, I feel like in your gut feeling, you know what's cheating or not.
Am I cheating if I like Instagram pictures?
No.
Of somebody I find attractive?
No.
Excuse me.
I don't think that's cheating, though.
So I think that's personal, what you decide on with the individual. How does you feel if she just started liking Instagram pictures of
Shit,
somebody
if-
that looks better than you?
Okay, I ain't the finest nigga in the world, and I understand that. That stuff like that then comes to self-esteem. First of all, man, we follow strippers, we follow supermodels, we follow celebrity. I'll like every goddamn picture of Alexis Sky. Every picture. Does that make me cheating because I like somebody's picture?
I don't think that liking a picture
Well,
is cheating.
So the reason I ask that is because oftentimes
Because shoot,
that
Lance Grouse is going to get a
People
lot
think-
of my
no,
likes.
that's a common issue in relationships.
People-
Why you liking the heart dying under the?
People think
relationship y'all
that
in.
constant liking a picture is a sign of flirting.
Here it is. Here's the problem.
Okay.
If your woman says that this woman is chasing after you and she noticed that you're also liking the pictures after she already told you that she's going after you and you still do it, that's a form of cheating because now you're telling me I can't trust you. Like, I can see where that comes from. That's you going behind my back and I'm already told you that this woman wants you.
Thanks.
So is it inconsiderate or is it cheating?
Let me go back to
I don't want to know if it's cheating, but it does stirs up the possibility of you diving into
Suspicion.
So
future cheating.
So let me jump with Mary Jane. I definitely agree with that. One thing that I tell people all the time, women know women and niggas know niggas. So if me as a nigga coming to you and telling, hey baby, look, this nigga flirting with you, ain't no cut. I mean, listen to me, cause I'm a nigga. And as a woman, understand that women know when women are flirting with people.
It goes both ways.
And that's
You're
it.
right.
So flirting is cheating.
So
It depends on the counterpart.
So,
it
my
depends
thing
on the two
is-
people.
So I've always been told, watch your thoughts because they become your actions.
Oh, amen.
Watch your actions because it becomes your fulfillment. So it starts with a thought. And then it later on becomes your action. And then next thing you know, it's your steps. So you need to quit. Just
and then,
stop.
yeah.
Just stop.
And then y'all can't handle too much temptation.
okay,
Thank you.
So before we go on, so Ernest Macklin also says it also depends on what the person allows.
That's why I was saying it depends. Like, some people in relationships will feel like, oh, my man's just flirting. He's staying here. If that woman feels that it's okay in her relationship, that's her.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Some men know that their women are a little flirtatious, and that's that. And they know that she ain't even like, I don't like you. I'm just a flirty girl. It really just depends.
Interesting. I look at it like this. I think it's all deceit. I consider it cheating if we're in a committed relationship and you are doing something behind my back. So whether that's going on a date, whether that's talking to somebody or entertaining somebody, whatever, I consider that cheating if it's done. And shout out to my soul uncle number one. He actually put me on game. He was like, man, if you do it, my soul, shout out my soul uncle number one. For real.
He shout out every relative.
Hey man, I love my people, man.
Damn.
So, for real, he told me, man, he's like, man, it's cheating if you do something without the person knowing and you do it, kind of, in a secretive way. So, all right, y'all, let's move forward. Well, are there any last thoughts on that? And then married folks, I think it goes without saying. I mean, none of us are married. So what you think in the comments? Write in the comments, because I see some married brothers.
Before we read the comments, let me just say one thing. In my opinion, cheating is whatever you don't want the other person to know.
Thank you.
And that's real,
Yeah.
I feel like if you converse with, and there's nothing wrong with conversing with the opposite sex or somebody outside of your mate, but if you got to delete messages, calls and stuff like that, then, that's cheating. Also, in the same token, if your partner did the same thing, would you be okay with it?
Thank you.
That's true.
Damn, McLovin said
There's
something smart for the
questions to
first.
ask
Right, I
yourself
agree
before
with
you
it.
cheat.
OPP and McLovin agreed to something? Oh my
Exactly.
gosh.
That never happened.
Jesus is coming tomorrow.
All right, so let's dive into what you should look out for in the person that you're dating to avoid them cheating on you. So I came across this article on Psychology Today for the 5 types of people that most likely cheat. We have number one. Number one. So heavy social media users. I think this goes without saying.
Yeah.
Like, this is very true. Obviously, they thirsty for something. And
So what
they
you mean by
thirsty
heavy?
for attention.
What you mean by heavy social media?
Okay, we can dissect this. We can go and people who pay for likes. That's a
Oh
heavy
yeah, they
social
cheat.
Yeah.
Anybody who get like a 500 likes, I can't.
Why are you cloud chasing like that? Why are you paying for likes?
Yeah.
If you got 500 likes, I think you're a cheater.
All right. If you use social media to gain any type of attention, so if you always worried about going back to the likes, always worried about how many likes you have, always checking it to see any updates, if you are bothered by when the last time you posted, like heavy social media influencers, cheaters, yeah. If it ain't your job, if you're not an entrepreneur and it ain't your job to have a social media presence.
But what if
I
you
guess
got a
that's
premium?
what the article says.
But what if you got a premium account on Snapchat? That's your job, damn.
You know what?
Premium
That-
account. There's a such thing.
Yes, that's when people like
To
sell pictures of them to perverted people.
So with it,
Can I say that? I think it too reminds me, and I think, considering that we live in a social media age, that may be why that's number one on the list. But I mean, that's very similar, in my opinion, to someone who may be out all the time. Or, kind of networking. Because, I mean, social media, if you're actively engaged in social media and you're a heavy user, I think that's another form of networking. So you're constantly interacting with people. So, I don't know. I just think that's interesting. I don't know.
So I don't think so. It's all what you use social media for. We are millennials, so we are all trying to build different platforms. So if you're using social media to build different platforms or make something happen or make a move, then of course you're going to be on it all the time. Now, what you use it for and you do something beside the fact, then okay, so that's you. I don't think heavy social media usage
Now,
would be.
if you constantly have to delete DMs, all right, you a cheater.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Number 2.
You gotta hide some.
This was very interesting to me because I just couldn't understand why. Men whose age ends in 9. All right.
What?
So
we out the hook. Yes. See, we did it.
For now.
Nigga, we made it.
This website found that a higher percentage of men who the site were aged 29, 39, 49, or 59 were higher.
59?
And the reason why is, in other words, men facing a milestone in their lives seem to have the most prone to cheating. All right, number 3, someone who has already cheated.
Once a cheat, always a cheat.
Oh, no. So
It depends on who you were with that made you want to
no. So and I'm a firm believer that I don't believe in that. And I'm just being real. And I'm not just speaking on myself, but in general, I don't believe that once a cheater, always cheater. I feel like sometimes people then believe that, hey, look, I done fucked up, you know what I'm saying? And this person is good for me. And I want to do better. Because my thing is this, once a cheater, always cheat, then why the fuck you still with him then?
I would love to know if there is one person who's been in a relationship where someone has cheated once and never cheated again.
All right, if you're that person, make sure you call
I would
in.
love
Me?
to know.
Yeah,
At
me
the
too.
line.
I want to know that.
So let me and I'm being
What'd you
real.
say?
And I'll wait.
Teacher McLovin.
So and I'm just being real.
Ernest said he's 29.
So I'm a firm believer. Once again, when you know you're wrong and understand that the shit was just stupid, then you are okay with like, okay, cool, this shit is stupid, and I know what I did was wrong, and I just gotta mature. Cheating sometimes is also just
It
immaturity.
depends.
Okay.
So I
depends.
cannot agree with you all when it says once a cheater, always a cheater.
I agree with make loving to an extent. I feel that if you have cheated on one person, you're bound to eventually cheat again. But we gotta look. Hold up, let me finish. Because like it really just depends on where you are in the state of where you are in your life. Mm-hmm. But we also got to look at these long-standing relationships. You really think that somebody that's been with somebody for 50 years ain't had no challenges and struggles? All right, moving on to number 3.
Once a cheater, not always a cheater. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, thank you.
I disagree.
Moving on to number 4. Friskier mates. So these are the person, they're saying when a man starts cheating, he becomes hyperactive sexually. Okay, so his sex drive.
Look behind us.
All right, here we go again. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify,
The
we are
universal,
waiting
y'all.
behind the people behind
I
us.
told you, look, y'all. White people love us. I'm telling you. Look at this.
Stop!
Oh my God.
I was in the middle of a sentence. All right. So when a man starts cheating, he becomes hyperactive sexually. So basically, his sex drive has been aroused, and he starts craving more intimacy. So if you are with a man who is like outside of his abnormal sex timeline, he probably cheating. That's what the article says.
Okay, let me say something about this article. I'm looking at it. It's a little biased.
only on number
No,
4.
why is it that the example of cheating
It's always
is from a
men.
man?
Because a man
when a
is-
man.
Okay,
What the fuck? No. Get out of here. Get out of
Mary
here.
Jane. Go, Mary Jane.
Damn.
Stop. So the question is, who is better at
Just
cheating?
slap.
But the second question is, who is more likely to cheat? Based off of this article, men are more likely to cheat. So we're definitely going to say who is more likely the person to cheat. Moving
all right,
on to number
wait,
5.
The article is
Moving
biased.
on
It's
to
biased. It's
Men
biased.
always
It's
trying to be the
biased.
victims.
Frank,
It's
Men
biased.
always trying to be the victim.
Go on in.
Moving on to number 5. Sorry. Cut.
Throw the whole article.
Cut.
Okay.
Goddamn
All
it.
No, we love you,
Number
psychology
5.
today. We love you.
Wealthier men and poorer women.
Yes, I'm glad I'm broke as hell. Goddamn.
Are you serious?
Poorer women are also basic off this article to cut y'all some damn
Nah, I
heat
don't
since y'all
believe
always want to be the victim.
They need to come up, goddamn.
Poorer women are more likely to cheat, and wealthier men are more likely to cheat.
So,
Just like wealthier women are more likely to cheat and poorer men are less likely.
so
telling the
also
story.
something I need to point out. This is shout out to Cedric Z. Davis, and he made a good point. He said this article is about white men because black men don't cheat. Hey,
Damn lies!
Who tell them lies? Get off
Somebody
here.
go in the comments
No, stop lying.
and go in on Cedric because he's a liar.
Gil,
Thank
can I
you.
get a fact check?
No.
Please.
No, don't do it.
Gil,
Don't do it. Gil, don't do it.
Gil.
Don't do it.
Gil, Simon says,
No,
can I get
Gil, don't do it. Because that's a lie. Did you not hear what he just said?
I'm not doing that one.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
God has spoken.
Don't do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all have never
Thank
heard
you.
Gil's voice before. Gil, can you say it again?
I'm not hitting that button.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate. Thank you, Gil. Thank you, Gil.
You're welcome.
All right, let's
Thank
move on.
you.
All right, y'all.
Thank you, Mary Jane, for the statistics apparently done by a woman. So next,
Excuse me.
Yo, if y'all don't, so we want to go ahead and cue the music. Y'all, we gonna go into the top cheating anthems.
cheaters list.
The cheaters list.
Oh my God.
Gosh.
These lovely individuals have made the top 10 cheaters of ever. Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
Becky with the good hair. Wendy Williams' husband. Christian Thompson. He ain't do it. Tip. It's the king, homie. Cardi B.
Cardi
I mean,
B.
Offset, my bad.
Damn, don't do my Cardi like that.
She probably cheated.
Cardi B, can't wait for you Sunday. Oh my gosh, I
Now-
can't wait to see you.
I don't agree with D-Wade because they want a break.
They was on a break. Kick it.
Excuse me.
So they say.
And this isn't in any particular order.
That could have been a great marketing skill.
The man who did not have any sexual relations with that woman.
Bill Clinton.
The funny man himself, Mr. Irresponsible.
Kevin Hart.
The tiger in the hood, Tiger Woods.
Broke back.
He's great.
Mm-hmm.
And any Kardashian.
Any Kardashian.
Just
Can I,
kidding.
can I ask y'all a quick question though?
What?
Why do y'all cheat?
We ain't gonna. First of all, I can only speak for myself. Noops don't cheat,
Stop.
and Noop stands for no unfaithful people enter.
Why you lying? You couldn't even finish.
Did you just come up with that?
No unfaithful people enter. That's what Noop stands for. So Noop,
You should make that
Don't
into a t-shirt and
cheat.
So he just told a story. Because we all know once people cross, they some whole new people.
whole
Stop
phase,
it.
episode 1.
Exactly, whole phase. Stop it.
I guess. All right. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you stay tuned. We're gonna open the phone lines real soon. We'll give you that number so that you can call in
Can
and
I
let
give a
us
quick
know.
shout
Yeah.
out? My lion sister just said, "Hey," my real name. I ain't gonna say it out loud, but hey, Bree.
You mean the name that we use possibly maybe the first 10 times?
The first 10 episodes.
Right. Okay.
That's hilarious. All right, y'all. So moving forward, just a couple of, and feel free to drop some names in the comment section if you're on our live Facebook, if we miss some names. All right. So what are some misconceptions about cheating? My personal favorite, I think often when people are cheated on, they think, oh man, what did I do wrong? What, is
That's
it something
very true.
I'm doing wrong? So I personally, I'm of the opinion that when someone cheats, it's not personal. I don't think it's anything against you. It's more of what that person is dealing with.
While we're speaking on this, Mark Rogers just asked us. Somebody also is telling us to hurry up with the phone lines. We're getting there.
Wow.
We
It's coming,
are
just wait on it.
getting there. Why do women cheat? All right, so misconceptions. Women, I think that women, there's always talk about women cheating because there is a gap that has not been filled. But I also like to say that there's a gap that has not been filled for men as well. I'm about to go to the man's defense. Men cheat. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Because they are not getting something fulfilled sexually or emotionally. Y'all are also emotional creatures. All right? Y'all not getting no attention. Y'all gonna find the attention somewhere else. It's the same for women. I think it's heavier on women, though.
I think men cheat for a couple of reasons. One, if they cheat, is because they honestly aren't ready to be in a committed relationship.
Okay.
All right, but however, they recognize, man, whatever this is that I have going with this person, I don't want to lose this person. I know that they're a good catch. Yeah, blase, blase. I think that's number one. Secondly, if men cheat, I think is because, and I remember Daniel Thompson mentioned this, one of our earlier guests earlier this season, mentioned men are sexual creatures. So, I mean,
Women are too.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean,
but-
we're meant to.
Here we go. Here we
You know,
go with
and-
them lies. All right.
I mean, you asked our opinion.
So I'm a firm believer. Some men cheat because they've been cheated on. I'm a firm believer that hurt people hurt people.
I agree.
And being in a relationship, because all black men are faithful, they only cheat because women just do them so dirty, and it's hard to trust afterwards.
So what about women? I mean, it's not like women are not cheating on either.
It's because
It's because
we've been cheated on in the past, so we have,
Okay, so my biggest thing is this: you made that statement. That's the past, right? Should you bring that into something new?
Yeah. But once again, like I said, hurt people. And it takes a minute to close that wound. You know what I'm saying?
And that's human nature, I think. We're all affected by our experiences. The way that we treat people is sometimes as a result of how we were treated. Or there are a lot of things I think we just do subconsciously or without thought, and it's impacted by our life experiences. So I don't think a on and off switch goes on, oh, I'm in a relationship. Oh, what's happened to me hasn't affected me.
Also, I'm a firm believer that, man, sometimes people get in relationships too quick.
Yeah, you really need to know when you're. I was just getting ready to think. I was getting ready to say that.
I don't think people understand that, it's hard coming from pimping hoes, stealing shows, and throwing bows.
Oh my gosh!
Here you
and
go.
then you drop all your hoes and just get with this one woman.
I just
And-
had
Can
some
I
hope
say
for you.
something on the women?
It's called habits.
Okay,
Can I say something for the women though? Women, y'all really gotta stop trying to trap these men into this, because you're setting yourself up for the okie doke for a man that's not ready to be with you.
Yes.
So you really need to make sure that the man that you were trying to make sure he recognizes you. Move your hand. The man that you're trying to make sure recognizes you.
No, she didn't.
Don't try to chap him for your own benefits.
And vice versa.
Don't
Right.
try to trap
And vice
him for
versa.
your own benefits, because you're only we don't want to be 40 years old or so and we single because we done trapped the wrong man. Don't do that shit. Okay. So let's see what our folks have to
We
say.
will. Y'all, we want you to start calling in the phone lines. They are now open. All right, you're answering the question, who cheats better, men or women? All right, call in now, 901-457-4677. Who cheats better, men or women? Call the Dear Millennials Lit Ass Podcast, the Litty Committee, at 901-457-4677. Before we open those calls, Gil, can we get that contagious again? Let's just run through. All right, we have, ladies and gentlemen, you can subscribe to our playlist of the cheating anthems. All right, it'll be on Apple Music. And so the first, Contagious, Ozzy Brothers, R. Kelly, Me and Mrs. Jones, Keisha Cole, Love, the whole Confessions
The
album.
whole Confession album.
Dilemma, Can I Get a by Nelly, Kelly Rowland. Disrespectful by Trey Songz. Creep, TLC.
Creep.
Yes.
Down low.
Down low.
We not supporting R. Kelly.
I
Continue.
support the music. Sorry. Sorry.
I definitely need to step in the name of love.
So all you got to do, y'all, you can subscribe to the playlist.
All right, we got a call.
With Your Cheating Ass is what it's called. All right. So, Gil, who do we have on the phone? If we can go live.
We don't know.
We don't know, so let's listen to
all
him.
right. Yo, what it do? This is Dear Millennials.
I was the one that was requesting the phone lines to be opened up. So,
What's your name, brother?
Derek,
Derek. What's up, Derek?
what's going on, y'all? How y'all
Hoes
doing?
stealing shows. That's Derek.
Who cheats better, men or women?
I'm gonna go with the men, of course.
Thank you, Derek.
Reason being,
Thank you.
Why?
because men are way more strategic with their cheating. First of all,
No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree.
Okay.
Derek may be strategic.
Within
Come on,
reason.
Derek.
Well, we appreciate that, Derek, man.
Tell us how.
Hey, write a book and sell it.
Right.
Don't get a game right here. Don't get a game for free.
Hey, let
All
me give you an insight on why men cheat better, firsthand. Because when men cheat, it's because certain reasons. The real reason is because they don't want to be with the person that they're actually with. They're obviously bored and seeking a different person to be with.
Okay.
Well, we appreciate that, Derek.
Thank you, Derek.
We're gonna keep that in mind, definitely.
Before I get onto this before we get into
Here we
this
go.
next call, I just want to say, women, y'all, when you are involved with a man, whether it be just a regular relationship or a marriage, you are sacrificing yourself for this man, especially in a marriage. So you gotta give yourself to the needs of the man. Prepare yourself now in your single womanhood to be able to give yourself to this man, or there is a chance that he is going to cheat on you.
And the same thing for men. Be prepared to give yourself
Thank
to
you.
your wife.
Exactly.
So
We got somebody else.
Oh my God.
prepare yourself.
We got somebody else on the line. Let's see who's on this line.
All right.
Yo, Dear Millennials, a lit ass podcast. Who's on the line?
Hey, yo, this Ernest.
Okay. What's up, Ernest?
What's up, man?
going on, y'all? Hey,
Who cheats better, men or
I want to
women?
say congratulations to the show, man. Hey, y'all doing good.
Thank you,
Thank
brother.
you.
So, I think that women cheat the best.
Absolutely.
And here's the reason why is because everything we do as men is for a woman. We work for a woman. We get this big house so we have a woman. We get this good job to make more money to get a woman. And so everything is to cater to her. So we don't want to if they don't want us, hey.
Look, Ernest, maybe you do that for your woman, but these men out here are not doing that for us. Okay?
No. They ain't doing that for Mary Jane, okay?
So first of all,
You gotta stop making love.
thank you. You're not working for a woman. You're working for the well-being of yourself because you need money too, right?
No, I'm telling you. Okay, so ask the next man that you meet, why are you doing this?
What is this,
Why are you
Ernest?
doing or ask him, does he want a family?
Okay, good. We asked that. But the thing is, Ernest, it's kind of scary for women, and I'm just telling the truth, to like straight up ask that for a man that they just met. All right? We definitely want to ask you before, we definitely want to ask you before we waste some time, do you want to be married? Do you want to have kids? Do you want to spend your life with somebody? That's a scary question for some of you men.
But why not ask that question?
Well,
why not have the different conversations?
We gonna let you and Desiree talk on the phone together.
No.
Clear.
Mary Jane. My name is Mary Jane.
My bad. We
My
gonna
name is
also,
Mary Jane.
We gonna
Stop letting those white people look at our windows, man. Y'all can't let them steal our culture.
Say that again.
I said, stop letting those white people just stare at us and steal our culture. They cannot steal this from us.
right. Black men don't cheat, ladies and gentlemen.
Stop.
Ernest, we appreciate you calling in, man.
Thank you, Ernest.
All right, y'all.
Do we have time for another call?
Yeah, we should be.
So before we have another call, we also forgot one of the cheating answers, man. By Pleasure P, boyfriend number 2.
Oh,
okay,
that's my favorite.
That is definitely the side
Millennial
nigga anthem. We got somebody else on another line.
Quick question.
Yo, Dear Millennials, a lit ass podcast. Who's on the line?
Yo, hey, I had to call back for this one because I left something out for us cheating.
He had to call back.
Yes. Quick statement, because I understand that you all are doing this because y'all think that women cheat better than men, which is definitely impossible. Reason being because they have to cheat with other men.
Exactly.
Who is this?
This is Derek. Once again, I had to call back.
Derek sound like a faithful cheater.
Exactly, he knows.
Don't do Derek.
Exactly.
Don't do Derek
I
like that.
have a lot of associates that have been through this because I'm a very passionate individual. I listen to a lot of people's problems. So I have no problem with talking to people about cheating, and those that have cheated, I do know their situations because I'm a good friend. I listen to their problems. The thing is that if you're going to cheat with somebody, there is a reason that you're going to cheat with that person, is it not?
I've never cheated. I wouldn't know.
Me either.
Well, from the conversations that I've had with other individuals, because I have never cheated, I also would like to say that if I'm going to be with someone else, I'm going to leave the person that I'm with. Duh. It makes no sense to be with another person if you're going to cheat on that person. That breaks the commitment that you once formed with that person. So, with that being said, I just want to let you all know that if you're going to be with someone else, then make it your definite decision to leave the person that you're with and just break up with that person if you're going to venture out into someone else. unless they're into being with another individual. Duh. So some people that I have been with like other women, so it's not cheating if you're doing it with that person.
So in a threesome, basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
In a threesome.
I never had one of those, so you know.
Me either.
I'm sorry.
I'm kind of jealous.
Derek, have you had a threesome?
Okay.
I've had actual 2 or 3 threesomes, but we're not talking
Mary
about that right
Jane.
All right. Thank you, Derek, for your comments. We appreciate you. Thank you for listening to Dear Millennials, the Lit Ass Podcast. We got somebody else on the other line.
Dear Millennials, the Lit Ass Podcast. Who's on the line? Hold on, your phone's breaking up. You might need to turn down whatever's in your background.
This is Jayla.
What's up, Jayla? What's up?
Hey, y'all.
Who cheats better, men or women?
Women.
How would you know?
Women. Well, I would say for one, I think that women, I could speak for my personal experience. I have cheated, but also with other women that I know. You know, I think women actually try harder to make sure that you feel secure if I'm with you while I'm cheating. That's what men they start neglecting. I'm going to actually make sure that you feel like I'm not.
So, in other words, fake love, Drake.
It's not necessarily fake, but I'm going to make sure I do little extra things, keep you busy, you know, make sure you feel love. Oh, she did this for me, but I'm really, you know,
so kind of keep your mind off of the idea that my man is cheating on me.
So Mary Jane sound like she.
Hold on, Jayla, sell the game. So when a woman is doing all of this, there still has to be signs that she's cheating, even though she's doing what she can to make you feel secure. Are there any other indicators that the man is being when in fact the woman is doing everything she can to keep you secure?
I think it depends on how well do you know your woman. And I think that you really have to pay attention. Depending on how well you know her, then you'll notice even when she's doing these things, something is still going to be a little bit different, whether it's, you know, in the bedroom, you know, or whether it's just kind of waking up in the morning, how I interact with you. You know, if I'm quick to get off the phone with you, it's just really small things. You have to know the person that you're with. Then to be able to tell. If you don't pay that much attention to her, then you may not notice. But if you do, then you'll be able to see those things a lot quickly.
Jayla sound like a motherfucker that wrote a book.
Once again, write a book, Jayla. Sell it for the.
I should.
Sell it
I
for
need
the
to sell it
free.
and give it to the people.
I would like to advise you all out there in relationships to keep the communication rolling, though. Like, just as you should be able to have a strong communication relationship with your significant other to be able to talk about these things.
All right, so thank you, Jayla, for listening. We got one more caller. Before we close out the lines.
Dear Millennials, the Lit Ass Podcast. Who's on the line?
Oh, this is Cedric.
Cedric, what it do?
I'm doing great. How y'all doing?
Great, man. Who cheats better, men or women?
First of all, black men don't cheat.
Amen.
Stop!
Storytelling.
I've been cheated on, okay?
Why you always lying?
With a black man, with a boy is.
Cedric, if you didn't hear it, why y'all always lying?
All right, my bad. Go ahead and say it.
No, listen. Black men don't cheat. The black men that do cheat, they have boyish mindsets. It's all about
Thank
mindset.
you.
But women cheat way better than men.
Okay.
Agree.
We agree
Way
with that.
better.
Thank you, Cedric, for coming in online, man. We definitely appreciate that.
Can I just say that I feel like a lot of men think that women cheat better than men because you guys try to take the victim away from yourself from being the most likely to cheat.
Now,
Thank you.
No. And you do. Let me finish. Y'all aren't strategic either. Y'all just do shit to just be doing shit.
First of all, you pointed at me like I cheated on you. First of all. Second of all, let me tell you why men are
Throw that away.
men are horrible cheaters because
Y'all don't think.
we don't think. And
You're stupid.
And okay, thank you. Stupid. Honestly, we just we sloppy with it. We leave shit behind and shit. Women on us, they can be texting 50 niggas, and I guarantee you, every time they press send, they deleting the thread. Men on the other hand,
That's a very simple task.
Men on the other hand, they want to view all the messages and shit. Like, oh yeah, look at that ass that she sent me earlier today. Mm-hmm.
I feel
women get dick pic, at least 20 dick pictures every day. I'm a firm believer.
that's
Yep,
a
I
poor
said it.
excuse about being sloppy. I feel like these are all just poor excuses and reasons. Oh, women cheat better because X, Y, and Z. Look at that victim. So you just blame a woman for everything.
Well, okay,
so
quality over quantity over quality in this
Thank
situation.
you.
Quantity
Stop
over
it.
quality.
Stop.
Moving on.
Like I said, the thing about women though, if a man cheats, he don't really like the girl. If y'all cheat, y'all actually like
F up.
Anyway,
Moving on.
so thank you, ladies and
Take
gentlemen,
yourselves out of
for
being
tuning in for Dear Millennials, the last podcast, episode 11, Cheaters. I just want to say we missed one on the anthem. This is my favorite. Hello, Barbara. This is Shirley.
Oh.
And I don't know if you're gonna jump out on a bag of me, but I just wanted to come to you, woman to woman, woman to woman, and let you know the man that you're. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in, man. First Facebook Live show every Wednesday, y'all. Y'all can expect it 7:30 Central Time. All right, so now it's time for words of affirmation. Our Dear Millennials open letter. Dear Millennials, these are the days of our lives. Tomorrow is not promised. Every day you get up, you ought to be thankful. In the words of Ice Cube, just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. So even if the day seems kind of odd, be thankful for yet another opportunity to get it right and be better today than you were the day before. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Dear Millennials, the lit-ass podcast. It's top-ranked Marvin Frank, singer-songwriter, educator, student to the game, homie, lover, friend. Mama, I love you. Daddy, I love you. Cam, I love you. Courtney Lee, I love you. Mackenzie Dakota, I love you. Shout out to her mama, too. Wuna, I love you. Chi-Town, stand up.
Once again, it's McLovin. Got his chick straight out the oven. Educated, motivated, dark skin, drinking hand, teacher, preacher, got you down, laughing, calling me the Grim Reaper. Baby Dale, I love you. We got this graduation going for your daycare. I'll definitely be there with bells on. Nadine, I love you. Lamont Garden, stand up. Lamont on college, stand up. Y'all made me who I am.
All right, we got Mary Jane, Georgia raised. Ain't nothing like a Georgia girl.
Hey.
Ain't nothing like a Georgia girl. Memphis paid, however. Book club creator, the woman storyteller, and your favorite around the way girl. Mama, I love you too. Daddy, I love you. Grandma, Grandma, Nana, Papa, I love y'all. 44 VPPE, I love y'all. Sherelle, Drell, Ivana, can't wait to see y'all this weekend for Cinco de Mayo. We turning up. Cardi B coming into the city. I love y'all. I love you, Cardi B.
Y'all already know who it is. It's your girl OPP, aka South Memphis Queen, also known as the Memphis Finest. Alicio, I want to shout out you, Ashton, of course, and always my entourage, my family. I hope y'all have a lit ass week this week.
Yo, with that being said, we are Dear Millennials, a lit-ass podcast. We got these great hats coming soon. Make sure you make your purchase. Shout out to everybody that's purchased a t-shirt. Thank you for your support of Dear Millennials, a lit-ass podcast. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have a lit-ass week!
Hey.
Y'all, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Nah, me too. But women cheat better. That's what I'm saying.
No, men,
and more. Women cheat better and they cheat more.
Shut up.
Hey, let's fight right now. How about
Mary
that?
Jane, you gotta let that hurt go, sis.
Mary Jane.
You gotta let that hurt go.
We might well
Y'all
go.
gotta let her go. Obviously.
The preceding is an OM production. For more information, go to theoamnetwork.com.